the AFC Championship game. Off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And a glance here at the veteran who will be leading them. Now in his 8th year in the NFL.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2. But his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. They'll drop the throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll look to throw here.
Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Again, he'll drop the throw. He finds his man complete. It's Hayes.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. They'll keep it on the ground. Hammond, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your court.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And off to the races, down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown.
So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
They pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there. Turned it all around. Big moment.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
And the L.A. offense ready for this next possession.
And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round. On the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now. And they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again. And sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They moved the ball already during these first 2 drives, but this one's going to again amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Fielded at the 20. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Just a fantastic punt return of 80 yards.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Extra point by McPherson.
Make the score 14-7. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Hayes. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
That's complete to McBride. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
We're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. And able to find Kirk, complete. Touchdown! Christian Kirk, 28 yards.
And the Chargers have cut it back within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Jamison Williams,
75 yards.
And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner?
this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
2 seconds to go, first quarter. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a third down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Back to throw again. Open man is Kirk, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. He's got the first down. Boy, he was dynamite in the wild card game last week. He hasn't disappointed in this game either.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, it's Hammond, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a first carry for their fullback. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They're going to look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had to read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
The Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the second quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
And his kick here is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worse.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And this is more of the same right here. These guys have definitely been the aggressors here in the first half. They pushed the envelope in terms of play calls, and that's reflected in the score. And now they're in a position to widen this lead.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Jets continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
And it's been about that time in the slot to the right, and he's such a good pass catcher, they love to give him space outside to operate, and look what he does. Works his way towards the middle of the field, connects for a touchdown.
McPherson on for the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll set up a throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He has Britt over the middle. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, they'll throw. And down he goes. A second big right around the 4-yard line. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Now back to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. But Jameson Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing. Because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his big tight end here. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
On second down, it's Walker. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime. McPherson on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Fielded right around the 8. So it's on to halftime. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And they have made this look easy. There's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier. And that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's able to get it to Coleman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Walker now on first and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson from the right hash. This from 48. McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Well, partner, you know as that team gathers, you're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Back to throw here.
Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. He scored on a punt return, and now he scored through the air. And the Jets take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group is figuring this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards that time. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Up the middle, here's Walker. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Kenneth Walker.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Jets extend their lead yet again. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
L.A. readies for its next possession. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to cause for your team until the clock runs out. But Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. And this is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now a handoff up the middle. Hammond showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Returnable here from the 38. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47.
And the Jets will take over. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third.
Walker hit and the ball is out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reed.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks are trying to stretch the field. he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Alert! Alert! Check! Check!
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? They'll look to throw now on first down. Steps away to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Up the middle they go. It's Hammond. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. Back now here on EA Sports. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll set up to throw. They drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
Man, it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to the hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the number 1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the number 1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing
no bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
He'll look to throw. It's caught by Coleman. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
I'll tell you one, Martin, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Jets are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson. Up and good. This one was over a line like it was in his add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for a replacement. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw again. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Point after, right down the middle, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble, bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
And New York set to take the field.
And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Goes out left. It's caught by Williams.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
63 yards on the ground for him so far.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and 3. Going deep for Walker. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 21. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught on the left side by Kirk.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Chargers. A big play there. 52 yards.
And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday, and it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this 4th quarter.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship, and do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win...
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shut out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem. Lil tune, flow sinister. I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers. I ain't meaning them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'ma on them just like my keys. Drop my on the dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential. It's consequential. Philosophies unidentical. I'm not into you. My Siamese brother Benjamin. That's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs. I call them Vivica. Skating underneath a bridge. Stay hustling.